What's up, people, and welcome back to a new video. My filming space is currently being reconstructed right now, so this is going to be in a bit of a different style than usual. But I thought that we could all take a trip back to 2019 today to talk about the best movies that came out last year. As usual, because why the fuck not? Last year is particularly exciting for me because for the first time in a long time, I would go to the movies and see a trailer and be like, holy shit, I gotta go see that. Quick disclaimer though, these are my opinions and may not line up with that of the industry, so take that as you will. If there's a movie you were particularly a fan of from last year, let me know in the comments. It was extremely difficult to narrow it down to 10 movies, so I'm curious what y'all think. Starting us off at number 10 is Honey Boy. Ah, sweet, sweet Shia, you poor man. This movie chronicles basically the life of Shia LaBeouf in 3 segments. When he was a child actor, his Transformer days, and then when he went to rehab. And in it, Shia himself plays his father. Great performances all around, and it was a real bummer that Alma Harrell wasn't nominated for Best Director because she really knows how to weave the emotional beats in this movie together organically. Number 9, we got Midsummer. From the fucked up mind of Ari Aster comes a nightmare in broad daylight. I saw this in theaters with my buddy Sal, shout out to Sal, the same day as Spider-Man, and what a decision it was. I knew nothing going in, I hadn't even seen a trailer, and boy was I surprised. It shocked me, grossed me out, and pervaded my soul. The cultish nature of this Swedish nightmare is unforgiving and realistic. Holy shit, that was a tongue twister. And it has one of the most eerie movie endings I've seen in a long time. It's also got amazing cinematography and disturbing little Easter eggs. Florence Pugh's performance alone warrants a rental. Let's just say I won't be going to Sweden anytime soon. Still in the realm of horror at number 8, I have Jordan Peele's Us. This movie might just be my favorite horror thriller of all time. Lupita Nyong'o plays 2 parts and just owns this movie. She's vulnerable one second and chilling the next. The whole production of this one is top tier, and Peele's direction is so laser focused that it warrants multiple viewings to catch all the little nuances sprinkled throughout. It has a great twist, a fantastic orchestral synth score, and left me wanting more in the best way possible. At 7, I have Joker. Great performance by Joaquin Phoenix and great cinematography. I was worried about Phoenix's mental state the whole time because the man looks demented and his body contortions creep me the fuck out. Dude was skeletal. Just at the top 5 cutoff, I have Ford v Ferrari at number 6. This has probably my favorite performance by Christian Bale and features the best racing scenes I've seen in any movie. It's some edge-of-your-seat, white-knuckled shit, and the chemistry between Matt Damon and Christian Bale is such a joy to watch. It's a movie about the pursuit of your passion in the face of corporation, and I connected to it on a real level. At number 5, I have the funniest movie of last year, Booksmart. Yeah, come at me. It's true, a lot of people just regarded it as super bad with girls, but to be honest, I think it's even better. Beanie Feldstein and Caitlin Dever are like the perfect awkward high achiever duo in this, and the shit they get caught up in had me dying. Even the supporting cast is on fire. With particular highlights being the rich kids, Jared and Gigi, who is actually played by Carrie Fisher's daughter, Billie Lourd. And for a directorial debut from Olivia Wilde, it's extremely impressive. If you haven't seen Booksmart, stop waiting around and go check that shit out. You've heard it everywhere by now, and if you haven't watched it yet, y'all really need to step your game up and just buy Parasite on Blu-ray. Parasite is an experience that you don't know you need until after you watch it and have the urge to go back and watch it again. The ensemble cast, direction, and production of the film is top tier. Even if you don't like subtitles in movies, you will probably have a good time watching Parasite. Go show Bong some love. At number 3, I have the movie with the best cinematography of the year. Nope, it's not 1917. It's The Lighthouse. What do you get when you combine Robert Pattinson, Willem Dafoe, and the director of The Witch? A crazy fucking movie. Shot in black and white with a smaller aspect ratio, which basically changes the screen size, this movie is a powerhouse of weird shit. Have you ever in your life wondered what a mermaid vagina would look like? Me either, but guess what? You see that shit anyway. Have you ever wanted to watch Willem Dafoe hump a mattress? Me either, but guess what? We get that too. It is a bizarre experience watching this movie, one that sticks with you. It's not for everybody, but in all seriousness, it has a manic performance by Robert Pattinson, which is honestly the best of his career so far. The same goes for Willem Dafoe. Both of them absolutely kill it in this. There's tension, moments that horrify, bewilder, and amuse, and it's shockingly funny at times. The Lighthouse is something you won't want to watch, but will be glad you did. Come for the cinematography and stay for the performances. It's a wild fucking ride. Speaking of wild rides, at number 2 I have Uncut Gems, the second Safdie brothers epic of anxiety and dread. Adam Sandler in this movie is the most invisible I've ever seen him in a role. He becomes the character. A slick, destructive jeweler in New York City who's got his hands in pockets all over the city but can't keep them on any money. Watching this movie was like sitting on the subway for 2 hours. You never know what you're gonna see next, and you're moving at 50 miles an hour. The plotting of this movie is masterful. There are sequences where I was so riveted that I was glued to the screen. The supporting cast here is also firing on all cylinders. Julia Fox gives a great performance as Sandler's girlfriend and provides added stakes. And even Kevin Garnett gives a realistic performance in a role that is more supporting than simply guest starring. It's intense and manic, and it's definitely worth buying on Blu-ray when it comes out in March. It's been a long journey, but we're finally here. The big bitch, the cream of the crop, the head honcho.
Number 1.
Drum roll, please. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yes, I am a Tarantino fan. Shocker. And yes, I love the 60s. But what this movie did was add to the new genre that was created when Jackie Brown came out years ago. The hangout movie, where you pop it on and just hang out with the characters as they deal with their lives. And that's exactly what this is. We follow a fading Hollywood star and his stunt double through a couple days in the life. And what we get are 3 fantastic performances. DiCaprio is hysterical and unhinged as Rick Dalton. Brad Pitt is the most badass movie character to hit the screen in recent years, and Margot Robbie manages to fully embody the spirit of Sharon Tate as a person rather than a famous celebrity victim. When you watch this movie, you feel like you're in the 60s and immersed in the culture. It will make you want to go to LA and see what it's like now. It's like a time capsule of a time when things were a bit simpler but just as crazy. And it is my favorite movie of the year. So that's the list. Let me know which movies you would have picked down below, and if you like this, maybe drop a like. Subscribe, I guess? I don't know. You can also follow me here and here if you like, and I just want to give a quick shout out to Michael Scarabino, who is responsible for the wonderful music you are hearing right now. As always, you do you, and I'll see y'all in the next one. The cultish nature of this Swedish nightmare. Wow, that is a tongue twister. The cultish nature of this Swedish. This is a fucking. The cultish nature of this Swedish night. I cannot say this. The cultish nature of this Swedish. The cultish nature